Hey everybody, happy Thursday. I'm glad that you are here. Thank you for this great conversation about growth mindset this week. One of the things I realized when we get into these conversations, I start to have realizations and epiphanies about the topic. I think I know what the topic is about on Sunday as I'm really thinking through it and I'm doing a lot of writing. But then as everybody kind of chimes in and you contribute to the conversation, I start seeing the topic from different angles. So yesterday I kind of made that connection between growth mindset and confidence, self-confidence. That was the first time I'd thought of that, and it really rang true to me. Several of you talked about the same thing, that it was a really interesting direction to see it from. And I want to give a shout out, and I want to quote Angela Kruger. I really like this. She was talking about that she struggles with self-confidence sometimes. She said, I'm trying to think of self-confidence as a muscle, and if I exercise it, it will become stronger, and the fear won't be so paralyzing. I totally understand that. I think that sometimes that fear, that paralyzing fear, is not just the fear of not doing well at something, but the fear of being judged by others. And I will give you an example of a topic we've talked about a lot that feeds right into this. You've probably heard me say this before. Ego is the enemy of progress, because ego really worries about being judged. It really worries what other people think. I'll give you an example of my own failure in this regard, a place that I could really grow. You have heard me, if we've been together for a couple of years, you've heard me say a million times, I'm such a bad dancer, I'm not a good dancer, every time we've done dance cardio, right? Well, that sounds like a charming little confession, but what it really is a self-defense mechanism. It's really me feeling so insecure about myself and how I move that I'm gonna judge me before anyone else can judge me, right? I'm gonna take away the possibility that people are going to think badly about me by thinking badly about myself first. The truth is, growth mindset does not think in terms of good or bad. Growth mindset does not ever think in terms of achievement. I'm good at this, I'm bad at this, I'm better than this person, I'm worse than that person. It only thinks in terms of effort and willingness to grow. That's a place, like for me, to not say I'm good at this or I'm bad at that. That's a place that I really need to work. And I'm a confident person. Surely you know that about me, right? I believe I can do everything. But the things that I don't believe I can do are sometimes hidden from me until I have to do them, and then I make excuses for myself because I'm getting that judgment out of the way first. And it kind of gets back to what Angela said, right? If you can practice self-confidence, if you can work that muscle day in and day out and work growth mindset, you stop caring if you're good. Because number one, you don't care what anybody else thinks. And number two, you're not judging yourself for succeeding or failing. You're judging yourself for whether or not you made the effort, right? Growth mindset is about progress. Growth mindset is about effort, not the level of achievement. Because growth mindset believes no matter where you are, you can move up the ladder. And if you're at the top of the ladder, you can build a new ladder. And if you're at the bottom of the ladder, you can take a step. So it's never about where you are. It's where you have the capacity to go. That means you got to keep your ego out of the process. That means you've got to be willing to do the thing that frightens you. That means that you've got to be willing to not care about how good you are at something so much as that you are making an effort to improve yourself. So much easier to talk about these things than to do them, but one of the things I love about this group and about these conversations is that it really encourages us to examine our own habits and our own predilections and make changes to them, and to really identify places where we can grow. Growth mindset, that's what it's all about. New workouts up on the playlist. Remember, if you want to recommend a playlist item or an addition to the workouts, I would love to see it. There will be a donation link. I'm trying to cut down my like full-on donation request post to once a week. If you've donated, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You are making this possible. If you are able to donate and you haven't yet, I hope you'll consider it. That's it. Have a great Thursday, and we will finish up the week together tomorrow.